What's up, agents? Zero here. Before we get started with this video, I want to extend a massive thank you to each and every one of you guys. So over the 2 days that I took off for Christmas, more specifically on Christmas Eve, I found out that we reached 250 subscribers. I was not expecting to be able to reach something like that both before the end of the year, but we did. So thank you guys so much for that. Hopefully we'll be able to get a little farther in the coming 2018 year. Just thought I'd go ahead and say thank you to you guys before we got started. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Anyway, what we're actually going to be looking at today is actually, and I actually kind of went too far away from where we were. So today we're actually looking at an add-on. This is the Turtles add-on. Now, this one was actually created by StarkTMA. You should know him by now. He is actually rather good at making add-ons. I've actually showcased a few of his add-ons before. However, he's not the only one that actually ended up making an add-on like this. There was someone else. I don't remember who the other person was, but I'm looking at Stark's version. Basically, what this add-on is. So I don't know if it was actually on Christmas that this was announced, because I wasn't paying attention to the internet on Christmas. I was spending time with family, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't have said that on Twitter. Anyway, so Mojang tweeted out saying, or at least mentioned, that there's actually going to be another mob that's going to be added into the game during the Aquatic update. Because if you guys remember, when I did the video about the add-on concerning the Aquatic update, I showed a whole bunch of mobs. Most of them were fish, there were dolphins, and in that same add-on there were also the mobs that were in Minecraft on Earth. However, Mojang recently said that there's a new mob coming into the game, and that is turtles. More specifically, it looks like they're sea turtles. They don't actually say sea turtles. Now, this add-on is nothing more than just a concept add-on. Nothing in this is 100% what is going to happen, although we are effectively getting turtles. I've got everything I need inside this chest. I've got the spawn eggs, which Stark did not rename the items inside. I mean, not that. He did not rename the spawn eggs. That's what I'm trying to say. He did not rename the spawn eggs, which I think, if I remember correctly from some of his previous add-ons, he usually ends up doing. I'm not quite sure. Maybe he made it in a little bit of a hurry. I'm not going to judge. He usually does end up renaming these mods. But regardless of that, we're going to be taking a look at this add-on. And before we go ahead and jump in, let's go ahead and drink up a couple of potions. There we go. So now we can see underwater. Not that the water reading made any difference, because we're actually in creative mode. But let's go ahead and spawn these guys in. And there's also a reason why I have the fish and salmon. I think you guys could probably go ahead and guess what I have them for, but I'm just going to wait for a moment and explain in a moment. So here we have... Okay, so apparently that's either that one's spawning the baby ones. Okay, no, it just happened to be luck. Okay, so this is what the sea turtles look like, and I'm pretty sure they look the same regardless of which of the two spawn eggs I use. Looks like the bigger of them seems to be spawning from the regular spider spawning, and the smaller of them spawns from the cave spider spawning, which makes sense for the add-on. I'm not going to complain there. It makes sense for the add-on. Now, as far as the fish and salmon are concerned, you can actually use these to tame the turtles like I literally just did. And I'm going to do the same thing over here with this one. And supposedly you can breed them by doing this. I'm not 100% sure if this is legitimately going to end up working, but I can at least try. Okay, so this guy is taking a lot of... There we go. And let's go ahead and let's just do the same kind of fish. It does not look like the breeding system is currently working, which it says the breeding system is actually supposed to work, but apparently it isn't working like I was expecting to, which I'm not going to complain. Sometimes it's kind of hard to... Actually, I think I might know what is probably wrong with this. Spiders normally aren't supposed to be able to breathe. That's probably what's going on right now. It's because since these guys are technically spiders, they're not actually able to breathe. That might be what's going... Oh! I did not realize you were going to come and teleport up to me. That was actually not a smart idea, because these guys cannot actually survive above the water. I mean, as spiders, they naturally spawn in dark places, and as well as... Okay, that actually scared me a little bit, because they still have these spider sound effects, which I don't blame the add-on creator for leaving those in, because there really aren't... There's really nothing to go by as of yet. It did scare me a little bit. Anyway, these guys will naturally spawn in dark places and at night on land, of all places. Obviously, because they're technically spiders and cave spiders. Well, the cave spiders, they don't spawn on land. They only spawn, like, around the spawners in abandoned mine shafts, which is fine. And then there's also normal spider spawners, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, they spawn in their respective locations, which is actually really bad, all things considered, because these guys do not survive on land if they spawn land. And for whatever reason, I'm having enough lag that I can't actually fly. There we go, never mind. Alright, so as I really spawn maybe another one of these guys. There we go, it took a little bit of time. Hold on, are these guys smart enough to realize when they're near water? I think these guys are actually smart enough to realize when they're near water and go over to it, unless... Yeah, it doesn't look like these guys are that smart. Okay, they do not survive on land. Yeah, as I can tell, that one is already having a little bit of trouble, so... Maybe not all of them. Yeah, that's what happens. Okay. So, this is definitely a problem for the trolls. I don't know if this is necessarily a thing that's going to happen with the actual turtles themselves, is that they won't be able to survive on land. However, there is one thing that came up recently from the Mojang development team, which I thought was kind of interesting, is that I don't have the tweet up right now to actually look at the information, but going off of what I remember reading, apparently they will breed up on the beach. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually what happens. I'd actually have to look up the tweet to figure out exactly what's going on, but these will apparently breed up on the beach, and I'm assuming that means that in reality, when they actually manage to come in the Aquatic update, they will be able to survive on land. That's my only assumption, because obviously otherwise they wouldn't, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I actually lost all my words. But yeah, so supposedly they will breed on the beaches. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually what the case is. So it seems like they would actually end up surviving on land given the chance. But I can understand that due to limitations with add-ons, that's actually not the case. I can completely understand that with the limitations of add-ons, it's not the case. They can't exactly make a mob that can survive both above the water and below the water. They need, like, official Mojang coding in order for that to happen. But other than that, that's pretty much all there is to this concept down. Again, this is nothing more than a concept down. Nothing is set in stone as of yet, even though it is technically set in stone, if that makes any sense, with the fact that we are in fact getting turtles, which is actually kind of exciting, all things considered, because believe it or not, turtles are actually my favorite animal. I actually, something you probably didn't know about me, I actually wear a pendant necklace and whenever I go out places, and the pendant is actually a glass turtle, little carved turtle pens, so that's actually kind of interesting. Probably not to you guys. Yeah, but I love turtles, so the fact that they're adding this into the game is going to be really awesome for me. That's actually going to be really cool. But other than that, I think that's actually a good place to go ahead and end off the video. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Juice. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.